A simple village girl was planning to do the unthinkable, Lu Ran appears doing what you see now, and we hear her voice saying that she will not accept the life her family has drawn for her. And if they are going to bury her alive, then let them bury her dead. But at that moment, her uncle's wife and daughter burst into the room and save Lu Ran at the last minute. The two women panic, fearing that Lu Ran may have lost her life, and her cousin, Lu Xian, screams that they had already received a high dowry from the groom's family, and that she cannot marry that backward and cruel villager. She says she doesn't want to ruin her life. Then she pours a large amount of alcohol over Lu Ran's body and asks her mother to tell everyone that Lu Ran was drunk. Together, they carry her out of the room and tell everyone that she passed out from drinking, then place her on a cart and hand her over to the men. Lu Ran wakes up to find herself on the cart being pulled by that repulsive man, and she thanks God that she is still alive. She then tells her story that after the death of her parents, her aunt and her aunt's husband pulled her out of university and ended her education. They sold her off to one of the uneducated villagers, a blacksmith known for his extreme cruelty. He even had a daughter and wanted a new wife to replace the one who had run away from his abuse, in exchange for the dowry that was paid to her family. When the man stops to relieve himself in the forest, then Lu Ran seizes the opportunity to escape jumping off the cart and starts running. She then enters a small hut seeking shelter, only to be shocked to find a gang that kidnaps children, so she tries to run, but ends up being tied up with them. Fortunately, Lu Ran uses a knife to cut through her restraints and helps all the children escape. Lu Ran runs with a young girl named Shanshan, following closely behind her terrified, and trying to stay as close to Lu Ran as possible for protection. Lu Ran hugs her tightly and tries to shield her behind the trees. Suddenly, the main lead Xing Fang appears from behind the trees. Lu Ran immediately rushes at him and begins to hit him fiercely, shouting for little Shanshan to run back to her family right away. But instead, Shanshan runs into the man's arms, clinging to him and telling Lu Ran that this is her father, not one of the kidnappers. She then tells her father that Lu Ran is the woman who helped her escape, as he too had mistaken Lu Ran for one of the gang members. The three of them walk together, and Xing Fang politely apologizes to Lu Ran, explaining that he thought she was part of the gang. He thanks her for helping his daughter, and Lu Ran thanks him in return, telling him she's going to leave, but suddenly, Shanshan clutches her stomach and cries out in pain,